And here we go. Real quick, before we get started, what is self-preservation?
Here's the definition of self-preservation: the protection of oneself from harm or death, especially regarded as a basic instinct in human beings and animals.
I am into self-preservation. I'm trying to start a new club via our channel of people that are into self-preservation. So if you want to join our self-preservation club, please subscribe to our channel as we help navigate you through the genocide that is taking place around the whole globe, by the way, right before your very eyes. Today, as promised, we're going to talk about the charts and we're going to talk about some of the stats, right? They always say follow the science. So let's follow some science real quick and use the CDC for some answers to what's going on. CDC data shows excess mortality for ages 0 through 24 is at a 44.8% rate. Babies, toddlers, teenagers, young adults are dying 45% above historical and projected levels. Do you guys understand what that means? Babies, toddlers, and teenagers, young adults are dying 45% above the historical, where we have data already, above that data historically already, and even above projected deaths. Okay, are you tracking? And I got the graph right there. You know, I'll show you the graph. You guys go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com. This is the only way we're going to be able to do this going forward. Every day when I talk about this stuff, I'm going to leave you links and I'm going to have them at the website. When you go to the website, you are going to sign up for the email list, and then I'm going to blast it out 6 o'clock every night of the video. So that's the other thing. If you guys are not showing up to watch the videos right away, not only could they be taken down and you could miss them, but you will miss this information because I can only send these emails out one time. I can't send them out for every straggler that comes along. So I will send out the information at 6 o'clock tonight, Central Standard Time, or after. You know, I was a little late last night, but everyone got the email, okay? And I will send this email out with this graph and some other information that I found. Now, that's the CDC's own information saying that mortality rates are up. Now, you can just look into this information yourself, and there's a lot of people talking about mortality rates are up. A lot of people are talking about, you know, after the jab, okay? And you're not getting this information via the mainstream because the mainstream news is corrupt, okay? They are in on it. I'm going to do more videos about Project Paperclip. And you guys are going to freak out. I know this stuff is hard to believe. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that there's people out there that literally want to kill you. Literally want to kill you. And you think they have your best interest at heart. All right, now to give you some more information, here's Dr. McCullough talking about pregnancy. You know, pregnant women who did receive the COVID vaccination, which is mind-boggling. And listen to what he says about that. Dr. McCullough, real quick, in case you aren't familiar, Dr. McCullough is a very solid individual. They chased him out of the internet and social media because he's telling you the truth, okay? And they've blacklisted him and shoved him into a box and into a corner, and they shut him up. Chase Bank actually canceled his bank account that he had for 18 years there, and all of his family members' accounts, okay? So that goes to show you, man, we are over the target. Here's Dr. McCullough.
And pregnant women, that was one of the biggest violations of human ethics. Remember, pregnant women and women of childbearing potential strictly excluded from the randomized trials as they came in November. December 10th, when this vaccine program started in the United States, thousands of pregnant women were vaccinated. Now, what pregnant woman would come forward and do it, number one? Number two, who would actually do that? They must know that that's not right. And then things took off. You know, a terrible report came in spring of this year. Hoyert, National Center for Health Statistics, published on the CDC website. Maternal mortality in the United States, all-time high. It's erased decades. This is women dying with babies in the womb or 42 days afterwards. And we know the CDC separately has told us 65% of women who delivered a baby in the United States took a shot either before the pregnancy or during the pregnancy.
I mean, it's pretty interesting, right? Now, I have one more clip, just in case you're a naysayer. This is Robert Kennedy Jr. running for president, dropping truth bombs all over the place on you guys. He is the Trump for the Democrat Party. He is dropping truth bombs on the liberal lefties like crazy, and they will not accept it. They're actually trying to silence him as well. Huh. Man, y'all. So here is Robert Kennedy Jr. dropping some truth bombs on you, so you just don't hear it from me. You don't think it's just crazy Doug making up stories so I can get views on the videos. I am literally trying to save your life. Here is Robert Kennedy Jr.
Oh, you know, I look back on, in my new book, I talk about the history of the U.S. bioweapons program. And from the beginning, the CIA was running the bioweapons program. Why? Because we didn't have a bioweapons program after World War II. And the CIA's first operation was called Operation Paperclip. And it was an operation to get all the bioweapons and nuclear and chemical scientists out of Germany and Japan, where they had an extensive bioweapons program. The Japanese had a horrendous program where they did live vivisections on 3,000 people. You know, they killed them all during the operation, removing their infected organs while they were alive with no anesthesia. And these were horrible, horrible scientists. The CIA elevated them, brought them over to Fort Detrick, downloaded them, and made them the heads of hospital systems and pharmaceutical companies in Japan, and continued to work with them. And they brought all the German scientists over here. And then they did all these experiments unwittingly on the American public. They sprayed toxins in National Airport. They sprayed them in the Pentagon air conditioning system. They put poison water in NIH. They put light bulbs filled with bacteria that they broke on the grates and contaminated the New York City subway system. Some of those microbes still in the subway today. They did aerial dosing and from ships of about 60 million Americans. They dosed San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York, Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia. All of the seaside towns were dosed from the air, and a lot of the Midwestern cities were also dosed. All unwitting. They did 200 outdoor tests on Americans, unwitting. And they developed bioweapons that by 1969 had a nuclear equivalent. They could kill people at 29 cents per death, according to a CIA study.
Now listen, y'all. You know, if you really want the information, that's why the scripture says, seek and you will find. If you really want the information, this information is out there. And not only is it out there, it is in your face. But what you do need to do is do your own homework. And you really need to drill down on what's going on right before your very eyes, okay? They killed buffalo and stacked them up on huge mounds just so the Indians couldn't eat. Do you remember this stuff? They moved the Indians to relocation camps, and now look at the Indian people in America here, okay? We destroyed their lives and destroyed their culture. And that's what they're trying to do to us in America and you in your part of the world. They're trying to destroy your culture, they're trying to destroy your businesses, and they're trying to destroy your life so they can gain total control over you and put you in a 15-minute city. And we are going to talk about the fires coming up. But I feel that this right here, this second round of COVID rollout and what they did in the first round, this is crimes against humanity, and this has got to be the front and center topic right now. And I am going to talk about those fires, and I'm going to talk about the other fires in our country and in other countries. And you guys, they're going to burn you out. Literally burn you out. They literally are going to kill you off for the non-compliant. So there's two ways to think about this. Either A, they're getting rid of all the soft heads, you know, of all the non-critical thinkers. That's one way to look at it. A lot of people are saying that. Maybe this is just cleansing all the dumb people. That's what they say. I'm not saying it, but that's what they say. And then on the other side, they're getting rid of all the smart people who know what's up, people that are in the know. and they're going to just run with the dumb people. And then those people will be in the 15-minute cities. Those will be the yes people waking up every day, living in their minimal existence. Let me tell you guys a story real quick about the flea before we get out of here. The flea has a very large vertical jump. It's like 3 feet. A little flea could jump like 3 feet in the air. Maybe it's higher. Look it up. Don't trust anything I'm telling you. But if you took that flea and you put it inside of a jar with the lid on, the ring and the flat, and poke some holes in it so he could breathe, obviously. But the flea would start jumping and he would hit that ceiling. And he would hit that ceiling. And he knows he can jump higher, but he would just keep hitting that ceiling. And eventually that becomes his new limit. And then when that flea has babies, those babies are born inside of that jar and they only jump up to that limit. But they have the potential to jump even higher. Okay? That's what's going on right now. You're being programmed to be less than you can be. And I'm trying to help you break it. Stacy is almost finished with her book, y'all. We are doing a remedy book. She is going to be done with this book tomorrow. We have went to a secret location away from all distractions so she could finish her book. I'm actually done with mine. I finished before her, but I'm not going to brag about it. But she is done it, and it's going to be fantastic. Over 100 home remedies for you to use at your house. Just a way to ditch big pharma, you know? We're not doctors. We don't play one on YouTube, but we have been using herbal remedies for the last 15, almost 16 years with great success. That's why they rip off nature and they synthesize it and put it into pills and give it to you. But it doesn't work because they only steal a part of it, a part of this. And it takes all of it to working together, and that's the boat they miss, the boat they're missing. So just like the salt that you eat on your table, it's all white because they've put the actual salt, the real salt, the Redmond real salt, in pools, and they strip it, and they strip it, and they strip it, and they strip it. So ultimately what comes to you is just the sodium. And that's what makes you sick, because you're getting just the sodium, and that's why they tell you not to eat salt. But if you had the actual real salt that came from the earth, they would never tell you not to eat it because it was what your body needs. Redmond real salt with all the minerals that your body needs, mined in an ancient seabed in America that's never seen plastics. Go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com and hit the shop tab, scroll down to Redmond, and you'll click that link and you can get some salt in bulk, which I suggest buying everything in bulk these days, like especially right now. And you can get bentonite clay, which really helps your body. Don't forget to sign up for the email list, because I'm going to send this email. I'm going to email out this chart tonight so you can look at it. Okay, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, and that's the way I'm going to do it moving forward. So make sure you're on our email list. It's the only way I can do it. YouTube gave me a green light on the video yesterday. The video played for almost half a day or over half a day, and then they put it on yellow, which means it's restricted. Okay, the censorship is coming back. Nobody's making it up. Okay, I'm trying to get you the information the best I can. I'm risking everything. My whole platform, all of our social media platforms, and we're just trying to help you guys out. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So if you look up one day and we're gone, don't worry about us. We'll be fine. But we just won't be able to give you the tips and tricks that we've learned living off grid, living on rainwater 100%, pooping in buckets and all that stuff. We won't be able to give that to you on the social medias, but we will share them with you on our email list. Okay? See you guys on the next video. Stay vigilant out there. Make sure you share this video before they really start clamping down, y'all. I'm telling you, it's coming. All right? Stay vigilant out there.